guys, welcome back. I hope you're all doing really well. This is going to be a bit of a spontaneous video. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen because I haven't really planned anything, but I was sitting here today in this spot looking at my handbags and I thought, I've done so many clear outs. I've really organised my wardrobe properly and I'm happy with it. Clothes wise, I'm good, and yet I haven't touched this over here for a very, very long time. I don't think I've ever really had a good sort through and organise of my handbags, so I thought we would pick up on the clear out series and yeah, get that done today. I'm not really sure what I have in mind. I just know that it's a bit of a mess at the moment, so I'm either just going to organise it, maybe put away some of my summer bags, pick out the ones that I wear more in autumn and winter, and I'm maybe even gonna get rid of a couple, just because for me, when it comes to things like handbags, particularly designer ones, I like to get my money's worth out of them, so I like to wear them. I'm not too precious about things. I like to keep things in good shape and keep them nice and what's the word I'm looking for? In good condition, that's the one. But I do like to wear them and use them because I think you're paying for them, you might as well do that. So yeah, I'm gonna look through them and try and work out how much I've worn them over the year and if it's worth me keeping them, if I'm getting cost per wear out of them, and if not, I might stick a couple of my Depops. So we'll get around to that when we get around to it, but for now, I think I'm just going to show you what we're working with. This is usually what I do at the beginning of a clear out. If you do want to watch any of my other videos from this series, by the way, because there's quite a few now, I do like to clear out my life every so often. I'll leave a list up here and yeah, you can go and give those a watch. So without further ado, let's have a look. Oh, hi. Hello, I like your puppy. Have you come to help me clear out? Or are you just going to be a massive distraction? I think so. I think so. It's not playtime. Chill. Do you like my fluffy slippers, by the way, guys? These are awesome. Also, really need to paint my toes. Yes, I know. I know, you're so cute. You just want to be on camera all the time. These are very soft and cozy and I like them a lot. So most of you guys probably know this is where I keep my handbags, most of them, if not all of them, and also there's a couple of shoes and things here. Still not super happy with the setup of these, but this is actually a shelf from IKEA. It's the Billy shelf. These are amazing for storing bags and shoes because they're about £35, really affordable, and you can actually change the shelves around so you can have them basically wherever you want them, which makes it really easy to display different sizes. And I'm the sort of person that if everything is tucked away and I can't see it, I'm not going to reach for it. I like to have everything visible where I can see it and where I know what I've got and what I'm working with. Kind of got to a point where I'm double stacking some of these. This shelf is just a nightmare. I don't know what's going on there, and I can't even see behind these ones. So ideally I'd like to have 3 bags on each shelf, maybe 4 if they could fit. Some of them obviously aren't the easiest to sit up, like this Simon Miller bag here, which just doesn't want to stay. So what I think I'm gonna do is probably just go shelf to shelf. I'm just gonna pull out everything from one shelf, chuck it on my bed, and I think that will be the best way to go through these. I'm probably gonna leave the shoes for now just because they're there, but we'll see what happens when I finish and how much space I might potentially need. Also, my poor little fig tree. Does anybody have some advice as to why this is going brown? The leaves are falling off too. It gets kind of enough sunlight. There's a big window there. Maybe I don't water it enough. Maybe I water it too much. But I love my big fig, and she's not doing so well. Okay, let's pull out what we have on this top shelf here. I might even get some surprises myself because this top shelf does not get a lot of attention, let's be honest. Okay, that is the last of the shelf. That probably needs a nice clean and a dust. Just gonna pretend I'm Mrs. Hinch really quickly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. So this is everything that I had on the top shelf. This is basically most of my small bags. That shelf is the smallest one, so I tend to keep everything that's little up on there. So this here, I don't know if I've shown you guys this yet, is actually one of my newer additions and I'm obsessed with it, despite how controversial it may be. This is the Prada bum bag. I'm actually just gonna put it on and show you because I love it. Tell me that this doesn't give you awesome, like, dad goes on holiday in 2005 vibes. Yeah, so this is the little Prada bum bag. I actually, believe it or not, found this in TK Maxx, or it was actually online. So this was a bit of a steal, and because of that I really just couldn't say no. So yeah, this is my latest little addition. I haven't really done an updated handbag collection for a while. I'm not sure if you guys are kind of interested in that kind of content, but this is my newest little baby, so you can say hello to her. This does actually also come with a chain, which is just a little gold chain, which makes it really, really easy to carry around if you're not into the bum bag vibe on that particular day. But yeah, of course that one is staying, definitely. So I do have a very similar bag. This is the Prada camera bag. I'm not sure they make these anymore, but as you can see, it's pretty much the same shape and size. This one's maybe a little bit more square. I really, really like this bag. It's so well made. It's the perfect kind of size for a camera bag. The strap is amazing because it's so thin, and when it comes to leather straps, I feel like the thinner the better, especially on these small crossbody bags. The only thing with this one is that I probably haven't worn this for maybe a year and a half, maybe even a bit longer than that, maybe 2 years. It's red, which is gorgeous. I mean, it is such a beautiful bag, but I just don't get the wear out of it. And now that I have the black one, I feel like I'm just always going to reach for this over the red. So this one could be a potential, possibly time to say goodbye to, just because she's not getting used. We'll pop you there. This one is another camera bag. This is the Saint Laurent camera bag, which is actually one of the very first designer bags that I purchased. I bought this for my birthday quite a few years ago. It's very special to me, so that one I definitely have to keep. It's always going to stay. And it's more of an evening bag for me, this one, whereas the Prada is a little bit more everyday. I like to wear this a lot in the evening. It's also really, really small. It's a proper little tiny one, so you can say. You're going to see a lot of Chloe bags in this video because they are one of my absolute favorite designers, especially their accessories and handbags. This is the Chloe Pixie bag. I actually got this one as part of some work that I did with Farfetch a little while ago. I am going to keep it because it's such a gorgeous neutral colour. It's perfect for every day. It kind of goes with pretty much every single outfit. And you can actually take the strap off and just use it as a clutch like that, which I think is really, really cute. So yeah, the gold hardware, everything, that is gonna stay. This is actually just a bag that I got from, I think it was from Etsy, maybe someplace like that. I am going to keep that because I loved wearing that in summer. Really enjoyed that one. So then we have two similar coloured bags. These are both like a beigey kind of off-white cream. This one is the Gucci Disco mini chain bag, I believe. It has a tassel and then of course a chain. And then this is a Mulberry Lily in small. This is again one of the very first bags that I purchased, and I so loved it at the time, and I still think it is an absolute classic. Look at it, it's beautiful. It's always kind of hard for me to part with things like this. I don't think I'm a hoarder. It wouldn't quite go that far, but I do place a lot of sentimental value on things, which I probably shouldn't do. I mean, this gives me a lot of memories and it makes me think about a lot of different things, but then those memories, they're still here. They're not all held up in one little thing, and that's, yeah, that's something that I'm trying to do a lot more now in general in my life, is not be so sentimental about the old chipped Disney mug that I've had for 6 years that I didn't even buy in Disneyland. Mugs are just difficult to get rid of. We're going so off topic here. So I'm gonna put that in the maybe pile along with the Prada bag. And the Gucci, it is again such a small bag, and I feel like I go through phases of wanting to use a big bag and then wanting to use a small bag. At the moment this is just too small for my life, but I do think I want to keep one cream bag. So I'm gonna pop this one back on the shelf for now, but maybe come back to it and have a think. So you can all go back home. Lipsticks and camera batteries. This is literally what will be in every single one of these handbags. So I did have to double space them a little bit, but I've kind of gone for a way that they're not just stacked behind each other. They're sort of organised like this, so you can see everything. I'm happy with that. second row, let's move on to you. So this is mostly my bucket bags. We've got some from Mango here. This is Simon Miller. This one is the vintage Louis Vuitton that I got from Vestiaire. And then actually chucked in here for some reason are my two most worn bags at the moment. So I'm just going to pull these two down because I know these ones are definitely staying. This is my Couples snakeskin bag. I think it's the Emily bag in medium. This is a really, really statement bag, but actually I wear it with everything. It goes with every single outfit that I can possibly put together, and I think that's what happens when you start to think about your wardrobe in more of a capsule sense. So I do wear a lot of similar tones and colours and things like that. So you, my friend, are staying. And then over here is the JW Anderson Pierce bag. I also just adore this. I think it's the colour that sells it to me every single day that I go to choose a bag. I love this chunky strap. This is one of my favourite things about it. And I do also wear it quite a lot crossbody. Even though the strap is not that big, it kind of just sits in a really interesting place. Maybe I should just show you instead of trying to describe it. So yeah, this is the bag crossbody. It kind of just sits a little bit higher than I'm used to, but I really, really like that. She's a favourite for sure. Yes, this one is of course definitely staying. So as for these, I'm gonna say now I pretty much think every single one of these is gonna stay. They all have their merits. Obviously my Louis Vuitton bucket bag, which honestly never thought this would be my kind of thing, but I love it. I love it so much. I love the colours. Also really like having a vintage piece in my collection. This is my Simon Miller bonsai bucket bag in small. I think it's the small. The handles of this are just the most gorgeous thing. They're like a really light tortoiseshell. It's such a nice neutral bag. And then these two are from Mango, so I've just got a black simple bucket bag, and then this one, which was kind of my bag of the summer. These are still bags that I pick up even now, so it doesn't really depend on season whether or not I'm wearing a bucket bag. I love them all year round. So I'm gonna keep all of these here. I think what I need to do is just find a better way to store them. Okay, I don't know if this works as well because I feel like I'm actually losing space on the shelf because I've now only got 4 bags instead of 6. But what I did is just put an old or a scarf into each of these bags, and actually I don't know why I've never thought of that before. It makes them stand up so much better, and also it's going to help them hold their shape too. So I've done the same here as well. Looking much better already. Okay, shelf number 3, here we go. This is, I guess you could call this a bucket bag. This is my Ali Nina woven bag, which, oh, I really like this for like a going out evening bag, even though it looks quite casual. I think because of the way that you hold it like this, it's just a very small, cute little thing. This is probably one of my most used, well loved handbags. This is the Gucci Marmont in the small. The sizing of most bags actually always really throws me because to me this isn't small. It's quite a spacious, roomy bag. I get a lot in here, even though it looks deceptively small. Oh look, another lip product, and of course it's the Glossier lip balm. I didn't wear this one basically at all for most of the year, and then even maybe in the last month or so I've worn it so much. So to me this is definitely an autumn bag, an autumn winter bag, and it's one that's going to be kind of sitting in a most used section, I think, because I do grab that one a lot. Another one that is also to me I guess more of an autumn bag purely because of the colour of it is this JW Anderson logo bag. I picked this up about a year ago actually, almost exactly. I got this in the Black Friday sale. Wore this pretty much to death when I had it. I think this was my bag of the season last year, but honestly I haven't reached for it, and when I started coming back to this one I thought the same would happen, but it hasn't done. I think for me I would just always go for this with its really gorgeous tan colour over the burgundies. So this one is probably not a great purchase for me. I think I've gotten quite used to having the JW Anderson Pierce bag be so high up on my body because this to me feels really long, and the chain isn't actually adjustable because it's just a single chain. What I do like about this bag which is kind of common with most of the JW Anderson handbags, is this thick strap. So you kind of get this like really nice handheld little thing, and I do wear my bags like that quite a lot. Yeah, I like the way this one looks. I probably would prefer it without the chain. After all of that rambling, that means that I'm going to pop this one on the pile to consider. This is another one that I've been thinking about for a while, and actually one of the reasons that I decided to start this clear out. This was a sale purchase many years ago. I really wanted a Drew, and I was after one of these embellished ones because I thought they were just a little bit different from the plain. I think it's a mini Drew. So there's a slightly smaller one which is really tiny, and then the kind of regular size that I see out and about most is the small. I keep this one pretty much on the front of the shelf so I can see it every day, and it pains me that I don't reach for it. I do try it on a lot. I usually grab it, see what it looks like, and again I think it's just down to this this gold embellishment. I'm not sure what to do about this because this is a really gorgeous like party bag, so now we're coming up to party season. It's something that I might grab for a little bit more, but I don't know if I can justify keeping a handbag just for maybe 1 month out of the year. She is absolutely gorgeous, and I love this like gold hardware, the little studding detail it has on it. Even though it's a small bag, it is pretty spacious. Let's see when the last time I used this was. There's a receipt on here. I bought a toner, I think it was a Clarins toner, on the 31st of August 2017. That is well over a year ago. It is just still such a gorgeous bag. I don't know what it is about it that makes me not pick it up. Maybe it is because it has a lot of embellishment on it, and I tend to go for more simple styles nowadays. Gonna leave it there. Gonna have a think. That's the tough one. That is the big one. So I think I'm gonna actually change up this shelf, and I'm gonna put my Cooper's bag there for sure. I'm not sure if this one's gonna fit, but it might go on the shelf underneath, so this one has to go right in the middle. Okay, forget that idea. It doesn't actually fit. Oh, what am I gonna do now? I might change the size of the shelves around. For now though, let's just get these off. I think there's literally only 2 bags on this shelf because these are my big ones. These two are probably my most special bags. Obviously this is the Dionysus, the Gucci Dionysus in regular. I think this only came in 1 size. This is the first big bag purchase that I made a long time ago, and to me this is still something that I adore. I love a monogram print. It's a big favorite of mine. It's kind of got a little flappy claspy thing, and then it's got this gorgeous brown suede which is also here on the back. I always remember this as the bag that I took to New York the first time I went there, so it's got some really nice, again, sentimental memories for me. I really like that the chain is kind of shorter, or you can make it a lot shorter and wear it under your arm like this. I love the way bags look really short like this. I've actually been wearing my Gucci one the same, the black Marmot one, just kind of like right underneath my arm like this. Then next to that there is probably one of the more colourful bags I own other than the red ones. This is a Chloe Faye. This one I ended up getting for my 25th birthday. It was a present to myself, but a present nonetheless. Everybody's got to buy themselves a present, right? Especially on my quarter of a century birthday. I feel like this was a good way to mark the occasion. One of the first times I used this, I put a banana in it, which was the most ridiculous decision I've ever made in my life. And somewhere there is a little tiny stain. It's just there. Can you see? You can kind of see the size of this is actually quite big. It's a little bit like the JW Anderson Pierce bag. It's very flat, but then it's deceptively small looking because it opens up so much, and you can really chuck a lot of stuff in here. I can also fit my MacBook in here, my 13-inch MacBook. No, it's 12-inch. The 12-inch one. I wish this one had like a top handle to it, because I'd really also like to carry it just sort of here. You can take the strap off and make it a clutch, which I think is really cool. So now I have 2 empty shelves. Doesn't that look lovely? Now that I think about it, I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to change the size of these. Otherwise, these aren't going to fit. They just about managed to go in there. What I'm going to do, I think, is pop that one there. Actually, I'm gonna put you this side. I'm gonna use this corner for the Gucci, and then I'm gonna take the Cooper's one, and I think just pop it in the middle. I'm gonna move this one over a bit, I think, and then in the center here I'm gonna put the Alanina bag. No, changed my mind again. I put that back because there was actually space here and I had nothing to fill it with, so I've just put my Gucci Mom on alongside the little Perspex ASOS bag, and then the Alina one can slot in here. So we've got the smaller bags at the top here and one of my summer bags. Bucket bags live here. I'm happy that they're all together. And then of course we have my bigger bags and my faves right in the middle. That's a good place for them to sit. So that's pretty much the bulk of everything done. Ignore the shoes. Let's just look at this bottom mess quickly. There's only a couple really here, and I think they're gonna have to stay where they are because this is my big shelf. So I've got my Mulberry here. This is my Mulberry Bayswater zipped. I've also got this Dior bag. This is probably one of my favorite things. This I actually found on Vestiaire. I was looking for a travel bag, and I originally started looking at vintage Louis Vuitton ones to go with my bucket bag, but I stumbled across this and it was a ridiculously reasonable price for a Dior bag of this size. Obviously it's canvas, so it was going to be less expensive anyway, but I just absolutely love the way this looks. I love the print. It's also a giant bag that fits in so much, so this is like my go-to weekend bag when I'm traveling, when I just need to take a lot of stuff with me. It's so spacious and amazing. I really enjoy looking for bags on Vestiaire now, especially vintage ones, because I feel like it's nice to find a new home for all these potentially unloved and unused bags, and now it's mine and I do use it quite a bit. So I was wondering if this is gonna fit up here maybe. I could put that there, but then I don't know if the Mulberry is gonna they look a little bit squished, don't they? I feel like this could work. Could probably utilize this space for something better, but seeing as these are my two big bags that I do use regularly, I think it's good to have them out, because otherwise I'd have to just pop this one away in my wardrobe, and I don't really want to do that. And then right in the corner here I have my Claire V. This is another kind of like summery beach bag. It's one of those straw woven ones. If I'm just doing like a food shop, or if I'm going to a market or something, it's really great to kind of bring with and just chuck a load of stuff in. It has a strap too, which is really handy. It has this like nice over the shoulder strap as well as the handles, and the handles have like grips on them too, so it is a really well made good bag. It's just not something that I reach for all the time. I think for now I'm just going to pop these back in the corner here because they're not hurting anyone, just sitting behind my plant. Are you exhausted, guys? Because I am exhausted. I don't know what it is about clearing out, but it feels so good, but at the same time it's incredibly stressful. I think it's just me finding it so difficult to say goodbye to things. Maybe I am a hoarder. Ooh, that's not good, is it? So yeah, I'm happy with what I've done though, and what I've achieved today, considering that was a very spontaneous decision I made about an hour ago to clear all this out. Everything on the shelf now is where it needs to be, and then I have my pile here. So these are the 4 bags that I am potentially saying goodbye to, the 4 designer bags. I do have a couple of high street ones that I'm just gonna pop into a charity shop, but these ones I'm gonna put my Depop, which I do also always donate a portion of the sales to charity as well, because it's only right to do so. So yeah, we have the JW Anderson logo bag, the Mulberry Lily, the Prada camera bag, and then the Chloe Drew. I think these 3 I'm definitely gonna part ways with. I think it's probably for the best. This one is the only one that I'm still unsure of. I'm gonna have a think about it. I'm gonna edit this video and then we will see. But yeah, I will leave a link down below for my Depop if you want to go and see what actually made the cut, and if I last minute changed my mind and got rid of something completely different, which I doubt will happen. But yeah, that will be linked down below for you guys. So that is where I'm gonna leave you guys. Thank you so much for coming with me and clearing out. Having the moral support of you there is always nice. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you all again in my next video. I hope you've had an amazing weekend. When's this video going up? Who knows? But yeah, I hope you're all doing really well. So that is it for now, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.